Willie D Live.
And them folk right there, they gonna have a way better health situation than you are. And most of them strong as oxes and gonna live to the end of time. So it's like for me, when I look at things, I say, it seemed that everything that the elders taught us that was the right way, society has made it to be taboo. Believe me, not the people that raised you. Is what they telling me. And I'm like,
not the people that
no.
love you.
Yeah, not the people. Yeah, the people that love me want me to live. The people that don't, they would want to profit. And when you just look at music right now, it's like music can turn into a horror. Just like, you know, it's just like this, OG. It's like when I heard you say, I'm about to kick your ass through the goalposts of hell. I just sit there, man. That was one of the hardest lyrics. That was like one of the hardest lyrics anybody could say at the time, but you understood it. Like, he just saying, man, don't fuck with him, man. The wrong way. And it's just to listen to what y'all would teach us and what y'all would put in the music. Like, it's like the cleanup man. It like to learn how to deal with certain type of women. We learn from them raps. We learn from them songs. And I think that even when we was trying to be our worst, y'all still taught us something. We still learned from listening to the Ghetto Boys. I learned from listening to NWA. You know, and I think, and, you know, like I learned listening to Public Enemy. And I think that once these people got in here and said, no, let's change this shit, you know, because when we were kids, when we was just getting into the music business, it was like the music business and the movie business, they were like enemies. Like, oh, we don't fuck with them, they don't fuck with us. And then all of a sudden, it's like, now they enjoying together, and now it's just a pack to be able to run through the youth. It's like, we not here to help, we here to pimp, we here to goddamn slave drive, we here to take, and we here to destroy. And I think that ain't what we got from our music. That ain't what we got. We got learning experience from rap. And I think rap right now is it's in a place of it's in the wrong hands. And, you know, not to be disrespectful and not to be you know, make folk hair stand up. I really do think that it was a plot against the South. It looked like it. It looked like it was a plot against everybody that they couldn't control, put the police on them, slow them down, till we figure out how to control everybody. And it's like you wake up, it's like now, you know, talking to organized noise, they were like, bro, what we signed in the 90s ain't the same contracts they signing now. We got $1 for something. They signing for true zip, 0 point nothing. So when you look at it, it's like, damn, once they realized that we were smarter, we were making better decisions, then it's like, how do you control a bunch of black people with power? Put them in jail. You put the police on them. So when people ask me, when they be like, man, Gipp, why you think? I'm like, just go back and look at that time. Why everybody went to jail? All of a sudden, they were hit artists. Why? Because they knew that it was like, if we don't control this bunch, then we not gonna control the industry. And it's like, in them times, OGs are supposed to teach the youth about the shortcomings and the falls and what not to do. And it seemed like the more and more I came up in the industry, they were trying to separate us from the youth. Like, don't listen to them old nigga, man. Them old nigga, man. They ain't gonna tell you nothing right. Huh? How you not gonna listen to me, shawty? And what they did was they said, how do we beat the respect and love they got for them? How do we get them to change their focus to us? Pay them more than they worth. So what you did at the pandemic, start paying these kids more than what they worth. That was the way to break the relationship between the youth and the elders. Once you give a child millions of dollars, shit, what he gonna tell him?
Okay. I absolutely agree with you that somebody got to the youth, they got to the youth, and they turned the youth on us. Uh, but and a lot of the youth do not respect the elders. They have zero respect for those who came before them. They don't have no respect for the pioneers, no respect for the people who paved the way, who opened the doors. They have zero respect for that. So we know that somebody got to them. But who got to us?
Who got to us?
Who got to us to make us, the elders, disconnect with the youth? Because I know a lot of elder people, a lot of the older people who disrespect the youth. When they talk about the youth, it's them motherfuckers. Mm-hmm. It's over. They crashed out. They'll say things like, "This generation is cooked," as if the youngsters can't read, as if the youngsters can't hear them talking.
Yeah.
And so my thing is like, to try to get an understanding. If the idea is for us to connect with the youth and for us to join forces, mm-hmm. because one is not going to make it without the other, then we should be doing things that are consistent with the objective that we want to achieve, right? And we're not doing that. If somebody, let's say if you have a situation with, you want to check one of your children, right? Mm-hmm. And you want to put them up on game. The best way for them to receive it is respectfully, mm-hmm. right? As opposed to just because you can, how far you think you're going to get with that? And I think that our elders have been disrespectful oftentimes, not all the time, but mm-hmm. oftentimes our elders have been disrespectful in their approach to communicating with the youth.
I think the approach is because I think it became a time where the parents and the grandparents got younger. And I see that a lot of these kids, the difference between my relationship with my parents and my grandparents is that I was never their friend. And I think that it's been a 10-year, 15-year lifespan that I think that these kids that came up more they friends with their parents than being actual kids and parents. And I think that's where the difference came in between us and them. We had to respect elders, and you was gonna respect elders. I think in this time and day, the internet has destroyed the relationship between the child and the parent, because the internet has educated and given the child a TV into life that his parents might not have told him about or educated him about, and it kind of gives the child a false sense of being grown, and they'll turn around and challenge their elders because they're able to get this information out this telephone. But what I tell the youth is that even though money gives you power and a sense of presence, your elders can give you the blueprint of what life is and the mistakes of life. That don't change. I understand when you go around and you see older cats hanging with younger cats, talking about that's my big homie. Like, the fuck? like the fuck, bro? Like, I don't care how much money I ever could have made, bro. My daddy would not take no money from me. I raised you. You don't owe me nothing. So when I hear, when parents was, yo, you made some money, you owe me, my daddy taught me he ain't owe me nothing. I ain't had to come here. Now to take care of your parents, hey man, I leave. Your job is to take care of your mama. Once she leave, you can do what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
That was his last words. To me, that's structure. You know what I mean? That's structure. And just because you see these older people, they've made society where it's all about the money. It's all about the money. And if you got the money, you got the power. If you got money and he 50, he ain't got no money, he ain't worth nothing. You ain't gotta listen to him. That's the illusion of money. Cause, bruh, but we got in the 20s, a lot of time we gonna bun it. We gonna bun it. And I'm looking at y'all like, hey man, y'all going through millions like we went through thousands. You will never get that money back. At least I know, hey man, I own all my publishing. When we did our first album, we did it in Curtis Mayfield house. Right before he left, he came to the house one day, seen us recording. He said, come here, Gipp. He said he walked in the dressing room, in his bedroom in the house. He said, you see all the reels up there? I said, yeah. He said, them all the original reels from Superfly. I keep them with me. He said, Gipp, you don't never sell to them people till you're ready to walk away. And when you walk away, you got some mailbox money.
Where was the reels hanging?
In his bedroom. Then he took me into his closet and he said, hey man, I want you to have something. And he gave me a sweatsuit. And that's the sweatsuit I wore on Soul Food on the cover. So I've only been directed by the elders to move a certain way. So when I got in the door, I mean, we had our first, we in New York City, we were L.A. Reid, Babyface, everybody. They were like, God damn it, Goody Mob went number one. And we were like, yeah. And we got up there in L.A. was like, how you feel? I said, I feel good. I fuck with you, but I'm with Organized North. He was like, huh? But it was just me always being so loyal to what I am. Like, they looked out for me. I'm with you, OG, but I just gotta let you know, like, shit, I'm with Reek, Pat, and Ray. You know what I mean? That I'm not here to be on nobody's team but the one that brought me. I understand now, 30 years later, that was stupid, yeah.
You've been fiercely loyal to your team. You know, Goody Mob, Dungeon Family, but you have collaborated with other artists,
Yeah.
many other artists. In fact, one of your most notable collabs was with Ali.
Yeah.
How did that collab come about?
Man, big bro, like going through a divorce, man. Going through a divorce and being here in Atlanta and almost got there doing something to somebody the wrong way, get into it with the police and got a warrant. Went on the run. Like, man, I'm going to LA. I ain't dealing with this shit right now. Go to LA and I'm just walking around killing time. And Ali rolled up like, Kill. I was like, yeah. He was like, man, get in the car. He was like, man, we love y'all, man. Like, man, we love y'all, bro. Bro, St. Louis, we the Goody Mob. St. Louis, that's it. We the Goody Mob, St. Louis. I'm taking you to see Nelly. He took me to see Nelly on Sunset. Nelly got one of them mansions up on the Doheny on Sunset up in the hill. We go see him. I didn't leave there for 2 days and we recorded 4 songs. Nelly was like, shit, you going with us. I went on the road and with them for 5 years. I sold what? The 30 NT, compilation album went gold. I was on Nelly Sweatsuit. That went 8 million. Me and Ali went 350,000. Grill sold 9 million records. It gave me a whole new life. I mean, it rejuvenated me, man, because like, OG, you get tired. After that 10th year, you get tired. Atlanta, we didn't have no competition for so long. Like, it was nothing like, you got Outkast, you got Goody Mob. You say one, it's the other. So it's like a 20-year run. Like, no, you got tired of the best live performances. We whooping everything from up top to out. We whooping everything on the stage. Ain't nothing playing with us. I watched everybody from all the greats stand on the side of the stage and know, like, man, them bunch of niggas there, man, they dress funny, but they hit records. And we always knew, like, man, like, we gon' stand on this South shit. We gonna make you have to respect this shit.